Welcome to the Queen Zenobia. In this map, you will go through this huge cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, and your only goal is to reach to the deck. But hold on, that's not all. While you're getting through the ship, you have to fight loads of zombies, wolves, and dinosaurs all across the map to keep proceeding through the ship to the deck. Once you decided which difficulty you would like, you can now choose your weapons. For easy mode, you have access to legendary weapons. For medium mode, you have access to rare weapons. And for hard mode, you only have access to common weapons. And remember, the weapons you choose are the only choices that you will have from here till the end of the ship. Enough of that though, because now it's time to talk about the player's perks, which are lightweight, auto fire, and sonic assist. Lightweight will increase your speed. Auto fire, of course, lets you automatically reload, and sonic assist gives you a 25% damage buff to all of your weapons. Also, depending on which difficulty you're on, the perks will give you more of their ability. One last thing I would like to mention before going into the cruise ship is that the button you receive as soon as you spawn is extremely important. Once you press this button, you will receive all of your health back, and you will receive another button until common rarity. So you got 5 chances to heal yourself back up if you ever take damage while on your mission. As you enter the cruise ship, you will first need to kill the zombies near the entrance to receive a key to unlock the first part of the ship, known as crew quarters. Don't forget, in this map, you can actually play with a friend to help fight off the waves of monsters in your way, as you both find the keys to unlock more passageways to the deck of the ship. After passing the kitchen in crew quarters, you must find the lab over in crew quarters 2 and find the zombie that has the key. Then you can go back to the elevator in the first crew quarters to unlock the next secret passageway. And if your teammate ever gets knocked, don't worry, you can always revive them to bring them back to the game. Just hope the monsters don't finish them off, or it's a GG's for them. At this point, you should have the key for the elevator in crew quarters, so now it's time to use it and go down this elevator. For this part of the ship, you now have to decide whether you go through the casino or the bilge. Both passageways lead to completely different ends of the ship, so be careful and choose wisely on which path you take. For right now, we'll be focusing on the casino passageway, which has you have to take out more zombies to unlock the door to the main hall of the cruise ship. Once the casino door has been unlocked, there's many new rooms to go into with the main hall. For ones that are instantly unlocked are the solatorium and the observation deck. And the ones that need keys to be unlocked are the kitchen and the promenade deck. By this point of the map, you will realize that the monsters and zombies are much stronger than in the beginning. And that's because the closer you get to the deck, the more difficult the monsters will become. The solatorium is known as the swimming pool. So this area requires lots of swimming to find the key from one of the zombies that you must defeat. After finding the key in the solatorium, you can then swim back and return to the main hall to decide which area you're going to explore next. In this case, me and my duo decided to check out the observation deck, which is the highest point of the cruise ship in the middle of it. The elevator in the main hall can take you there very quickly. Once you're in the observation deck, be careful of lots of monsters and look for the purple zombie. He's usually the toughest in the area, but he might have the key though. If you're looking for an easy way to the deck, then I'd just recommend going straight to the promenade deck. But you do need a key first to access this area, since it can take you straight to the deck. But still, you're gonna need another key after fighting all those monsters. And don't forget, by now, these zombies and monsters are almost at their highest difficulty in the prominent deck, since it's so close near the deck. Once you made it to the main part of the prominent deck, you must defeat loads of zombies to find the key for the elevator. And I'd hope you haven't used up all your heal up buttons by now, because you aren't even at the deck yet. In the prominent deck, there's loads of things to do here, but be careful while fighting these zombies. They're a very high difficulty and they're strong. They can even 3 or 4 shot you, so be careful with your teammate. And don't forget, if they're not, you can always revive them and bring them back. But if the zombies end up killing your partner any moment in time, it's a GG's for them. Now, let's rewind a bit. Remember when we went to the casino passageway? Well, now we're going through the bilge, and I'm going to be showing off everything you can encounter during this passageway. For starters, of course you will need a key to access the next room of the bilge, which means that you gotta fight a bit of zombies to receive the key. But at least the difficulty isn't as bad yet, like in the main hall area. But if you wanted to, you could just get a key and come all the way back to the prominent deck and just go into the elevator to the deck, if you really just wanted to beat the game without exploring the whole ship. Another main area part of the main hall is the kitchen, which is divided into 2 other separate areas known as the lower and upper cabins. First off, we'll start off by talking about the lower cabins, which will lead you through cabinets and bedrooms on the cruise ship as you're fighting monsters. These elevators in the lower and upper cabins don't require any keys to teleport to. You can even go to the bridge once you reach the upper or lower cabins elevator. For the upper cabins, it's not much, but it's a little better view-wise than the lower cabins in my opinion. By this point of the map, you are at the same difficulty of what you were in the prominent deck. So this is when enemies will truly become challenging for you and your partner. And as you get through the upper part of the bridge, your goal is to find the zombie with the key to unlock the lower part of the bridge that has the elevator that can go to the deck. Also, one more thing is that if you have both elevator doors unlocked, you can go to the prominent deck and the bridge anytime you want after going to the deck for the first time. After you eliminated all the zombies and found the key, you can now access the elevator door for the bridge, which can teleport you to the deck of the ship. Let's retrace our steps real quick and go back to the bilge. Once you eliminated the zombies and found the key, you can then access the bilge's laboratory with loads of new different types of zombies. Once you reach the inside of the first laboratory of the bilge, you will need to find a key from one of the zombies, and after that, you will have to access the real passageway to the bilge's secret laboratory through another elevator you have to use to get there. Be careful going through this empty room filled with monsters and zombies. Try your best getting through them so you can reach the bilge's secret laboratory. After using the elevators to get you here, your next mission is to explore around the laboratory to find the zombie with the next key. At this point of the game, you have reached the same difficulty of the prominent deck, so you know what that means. But don't give up hope. Push through just a little bit more to reach at least the next area of the ship, which is known as the emergency passageway. Once all zombies are eliminated and you receive the key, you can now unlock the emergency passageway. This area of the ship takes you from the laboratory we were just in all the way to the beginning of the side deck. The emergency passageway has many rooms in it and has many objectives as you explore. There's loads of swimming and fighting monsters through this path though. As you're exploring this passageway, you will find many rooms with and without monsters in them. Once you get to this part, go ahead and deactivate the kill barrier so you can safely continue your way to the side deck. After that part of the emergency passageway, you will notice that you will have to go down, which reveals to you another elevator. Sadly, this elevator is shut down, but the good news is that you can now go to the side deck. Once you arrive to the side deck, all you have to do now is eliminate all the dinosaurs to find the key to access the deck. But be careful while fighting the dinos. At this point, they're basically as strong as the enemies that spawn at the deck. And now we are finally here. The end of the ship. The end of this map. This is the cruise ship's deck. It may seem cool and peaceful at first, but that's because the hardest enemies in the game are loading in to spawn any second now. And once it happens, you better be prepared, because the boss can eliminate you in just 2 hits, while you have to fight all of the boss's minions. And of course, all of them have loads of health too. So good luck trying to kill all of them at this point. If you feel lazy, you can get as many keys as you want by just killing the enemies at the deck, which of course helps you access all those locked doors throughout the cruise ship. I hope you enjoyed watching this map trailer, and why not you and a friend come drop into the map and try beating it together? Let me know how that works out for you.